Hey everybody, we are coming to you guys today for our second workout of the week. I am here with Mr. Isaac Martin and Mr. Marco Sandoval, and they are going to be helping us out today by working with you guys with the same concept we were working on earlier this week, which is using a line in order to do your workouts at home. So all you're gonna need to do this is you guys are gonna need a line. It can be a string, it can be a piece of tape, it can be some items that you lay out in a straight line. As long as you can move over them very easily, it's very easy to do this. So first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take this piece of tape and we are going to pull it this way. And then we're gonna make a line directly across this way that you guys can see. Now, the line doesn't have to be super long. If you guys have enough room to make it a 6-foot line, that'll work out perfect. So this line right here is about 9 feet long, okay? So if you guys have 6 to 9 feet, that would be perfect. Now, other thing that we're gonna be talking about today is we're gonna be talking about a successful mindset. So our life skill for this week is gonna be 100% kind of how you guys respond to things. One of the biggest things that I want you guys to understand in this situation is not really anybody can control what's happening to everybody right now, but we can control how we're responding to it. So we can control what we're doing at home. Are we choosing to sit around and play video games all day? Or are we using this opportunity to better ourselves so we come out stronger? Are we using this opportunity to train more? Or are we using this opportunity to feel sorry for ourselves? So let's make sure we veer on the positive side instead of the negative side.
All right, so first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use our line that we established before, okay, and we are gonna start getting warmed up with lunges. All these drills that we're doing today are gonna be based around our forearms. If you guys watched the first video of the week, those are all more cardio and moving a lot faster for sparring. Today, we're gonna really focus on our leg muscles for stances and making sure our kicks are really strong as well. So Mr. Sandoval is gonna help us demonstrate, and then he's also gonna do the drills while he's doing them. Your guys' goal at home is to stay with him and see if you guys can keep up with his speed, okay? So first thing you guys are gonna do is start with your left foot on the line, okay, then you're gonna take your right foot, put it behind you. Okay, he's going to lunge, then he's gonna come up from his lunge, then he's gonna switch his feet. While he's switching his feet, he's moving down the line. So keep going, Mr. Sandoval. So he's gonna go lunge other side, and he's gonna switch his feet, move down the line. Lunge other side, switch his feet. Okay, when you're doing this, you wanna keep your lunge in pretty close, and then you want to make sure that you're controlling your leg when you drop your back leg to when you drop your back knee to the ground. Okay, so he's gonna start going back and forth. This is gonna be on a timer for 45 seconds. In the beginning, he's gonna start slow, then he's gonna start to speed it up. Like I said before, let's see if you guys can keep up with this pace at home, okay? 45 seconds, hands are up, go for it. Sir. So he goes lunge, switches feet. Okay, once he gets to the other side of the tape, he's just gonna go the other direction. Okay, a couple of things to look out for here when you guys are doing this. Keeping your body straight as possible. Keeping your shoulders back, keeping your hands up, and staying really focused on one spot should help you with this drill. So in a couple more seconds, he's gonna start to go a little bit faster. Okay, now start to speed it up. Okay, see if you guys can stay with Mr. Sandoval at home. Good, even faster. Good, last 10 seconds, go as fast as you can. Okay, see if you guys can keep up with him. Keep going, almost done, a couple more seconds. 5 seconds left. Get a couple more. And freeze right there. Okay, for our next drill, okay, we're gonna do something really similar. Okay, we're gonna keep working on our leg muscles. What you guys are gonna do is you're gonna start on the line. Okay, and then every time you jump out and jump apart, you're gonna go into a middle stance. Okay, every time you go back onto the line, you're gonna be moving forward, back on the line. Then you're only moving forward a little bit every time you jump back onto the line. Every time he pops his feet apart, he's gonna go into a middle stance, making sure he has things like his back straight, hands up, shoulders back, and toes forward on his middle stance, okay? So Mr. Sandoval, I know how you demonstrate. Sure. So he's gonna start feet on the line, pop them apart, middle stance, okay? And then when he puts them back on the line, he needs to move forward. So he's gonna pop his feet onto the line. Okay, then he's gonna go apart, move forward on the line. Apart, move forward on the line. Apart, move forward on the line. Now here's the hard part. You guys are gonna have to go backwards now. So he's gonna go middle stance, and he's gonna move backwards on the line. Middle stance, move backwards on the line. Okay, this is gonna go for 45 seconds, just like the first drill. Let's see if you guys can stay with Mr. Sandoval, okay? All right, Mr. Sandoval, start at the end of the tape for me. Sure. Okay, ready? And go. Okay, pop your feet apart, make sure your toes are forward, knees are bent. Okay, with all these drills, okay, the number one thing that I want from you guys at home is to make sure that you guys are keeping your back straight and you're not slouching over when you're doing this. Okay, going backwards, apart. Good, in a second, we're gonna start to pick up the speed. Let's see if you guys can stay with Mr. Sandoval. Good, keep your hands up high, don't let your hands drop. Okay, now start to pick it up a little bit faster. Okay, last couple seconds, go as fast as you can. Let's see if you guys can keep up with them. Good, 5 more seconds. And freeze, right there. Good, you guys reset back to the beginning of the tape. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna restart our first drill. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add kicks to that first drill that we did today. Okay, when we're doing these kicks, a couple things that we're looking out for. Same detail I've been talking about so far with the drills we've been doing. On every single kick, make sure you're keeping your body straight and you're also controlling your back leg when it lunges. When you come out from your lunge, you're gonna kick with your body straight, then you're gonna put it back behind you, then switch your feet. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention to how Mr. Sandoval keeps his body straight, not only on the lunge, but also on the kick too. So he's gonna go lunge, when he comes up, he's gonna kick and put it behind him. Then he's gonna switch his feet. He's gonna go lunge, come up, kick, put it behind. Switch. Lunge, come up, kick, put it behind. And remember, keep your body straight, shoulders back. Lunge, come up, kick, put it behind. Good. All right, Mr. Sandoval, go ahead and reset for me.
Sure.
Okay, now this is going to go on a timer just like the last 2 drills. See if you guys can keep up with Mr. Sandoval, okay? All right, ready? 45 seconds and go. Controlling your leg. Don't let your leg hit the ground really hard. Make sure you touch the ground barely and then bring it up and kick. Good. Body straight on those kicks too. Good. In a couple seconds, we're going to start to pick it up. So let's see if you guys can stay with Mr. Sandoval. Okay, start to go a little bit faster. Good, a little faster. Last couple seconds, go as fast as you can. See if you guys can stay with it. Five seconds left. And freeze. All right, and that's gonna be the last part of our warm-up.
All right, guys, the next part of our workout is I'm gonna have Mr. Sandoval helping me out here. We're gonna be working on balance. So these are the kind of the keys to balance for you guys in your form and things that are really going to help you guys out. So there's a bunch of different components to balance that I wanna teach you guys today. A lot of you guys are familiar with these, but I want you to really kind of go through this checklist every single time you're doing a kick or every single time you're walking through your form. So first thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna have 1 foot down and then 1 foot picked up. So Mr. Sandoval will kind of help us demonstrate. Sure. He's gonna have 1 foot down, 1 foot up this way. Now there's a bunch of key pieces to this. One is you guys are gonna notice Mr. Sandoval's base leg, right? He's gonna make sure he has his heel, blade of the foot, ball of the foot, and his toes gripping into the ground. This is very important. This is called solid sole. Next thing that you're gonna notice is body alignment. His shoulders are straight up and down. Okay, and the last major piece of this is going to be eye contact. So I want you guys to really quick do an experiment with us, with myself and Mr. Sandoval, okay? I want you guys to go and put your foot down, okay? Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna close your eyes, okay? And then you're gonna pick your knee up really, really high. High as you can, okay? Now, see how well you can balance. Now go and set your foot down. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to open your eyes. I want you to pick one spot in front of you. Don't pick a spot on your TV that's moving. Pick a spot beyond the TV or maybe the webcam or whatever you guys are using, right? Something that doesn't move. Then I want you to have your hands up, body aligned, and then pick your knee up from there. Okay, with that, you'll notice how much better Mr. Sandoval's balance is because he's engaging with that focus piece of it. Same idea as if you guys constantly look down while you're kicking. Now the next experiment that we're gonna do, you guys are gonna have your eyes open, but we're gonna mess up with your solid sole. So you're gonna pick your foot up and you're gonna pick your heel off of the ground on your base leg and try to balance. So pick your knee up this time. Try to balance on just the ball of your foot without your heel on the ground. You guys are gonna notice that this is difficult. Now we're gonna make this even harder. Now pick up the ball of your foot and balance on your heel. Okay? So try to balance on your heel with your knee up. This one's gonna be much more difficult, almost impossible. If you guys can do that, it's some really high level of talent that you have. Now, next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pick your knee up, okay? And we're gonna mess with the third component of that, which is gonna be body alignment. So go to pick your knee up with your shoulders straight. Now I want you guys to lean forward slightly, lean to the right side too much, lean to the left side too much, and lean backwards. And feel how that affects your balance. When that affects your balance, you guys are gonna notice that all of these components work together to have amazing balance. So these next couple of drills that we're gonna do, we are going to play with all of those different pieces. So Mr. Sandoval, he's gonna start on one end of the line here. Now, first thing he's gonna do is he's just gonna go forward. He's gonna pick his knee up this way, hands up, eyes forward this direction. Then he's gonna set it down. He's gonna pick his other knee up. Ready, and go. Then just like that. He's just gonna hold it up there for a second. This is gonna be an easy way to start this drill. Then we're gonna make this a little bit harder. Now, on the next piece of this, what we're gonna do with Mr. Sandoval is he's gonna change to a round kick chamber. The last part of having great balance in your form and your kicks is the fight. Now, when you guys are doing everything right, you have your bases set up, you have your eye contact, you have proper body alignment and position, and you guys have a solid sole, the next piece of it is a fight that you guys have to have. You guys have to look at it, and when your leg gets a little tired and your body wants to move one direction, you're not going to let that happen. So in round kick chambers, we're gonna have you guys hold for 5 seconds. Now when Mr. Sandoval gets to his round kick chamber, he's gonna have to fight, he's gonna have to battle. He's gonna have to make sure his foot does not come off the ground once he is picking that knee up, and he's gonna have to control his shoulders and his eye contact and fight through the position, okay? So ready, go and pick your knee up, turn, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now other side, ready? Pick your knee up, hold, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, pausing just for a second here, notice how Mr. Sandoval's bottom foot is shifting. The reason his bottom foot is shifting is because that's him fighting, keeping his body in the right position. Most of your fight is probably gonna be with where your foot is and below your knee as you do this. Because when your foot starts to turn, that's when your shoulders have to compensate. If you're really good at this, all of that balance and all of that fight is gonna be where your foot is, okay? So Mr. Sandoval, last one, sir. So turn and pick your knee up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and set your foot down. Now other side, or going backwards, we're gonna be doing side kick chamber the same time. What I really want you to add this time is bend your base leg slightly. That's gonna allow you guys to really battle when your body shifts one way or another way, okay? So he's gonna keep his eyes forward, his body straight. He's going to take his back knee and do a back leg side kick chamber, alternating his feet. Ready, and go. Then hold. This time we'll do 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And other side. Ready? Pick your knee up. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Notice how his bottom foot is controlling the rest of his body and his position. Ready? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll hold it there for a minute. 9. Now right here is when you get to about this 10-second mark. This is where your hip starts to get tired. This is where your leg starts to get tired. This is where your upper body starts to get tired. Mr. Sandoval, even though his front leg is tired, his base leg is tired, his hip is starting to get tired, he is not going to falter. He is going to make sure he maintains balance this entire time. And I want you guys to be able to do this for up to a minute on each side with your front kick chamber, round kick chamber, side kick chamber. And then at the end of that minute, you should be able to throw a really good side kick and rechamber. And land. So that is our next drill, which is 100% about helping you guys in your forms with balance.
All right, now we're gonna take the balance that we just talked about with Mr. Martin, we're actually gonna put it into our kicks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the line again, okay, and we're gonna travel across the line where we're doing this. So he's gonna start with front kicks, okay, and then when he gets to this side, we're gonna switch to a different kick. So he's first gonna start in a really solid front stance. Now, just like Mr. Martin talked about body position, having a solid sole, all that stuff is gonna happen when you guys are doing this next drill. So try to look out for those details in the last part of the video, okay? All right, so he's gonna start with one kick, and then on the other side, he'll be adding kicks. So every time he's going down the line, and the number that I'm saying is the amount of kicks that he's gonna do. So his back leg's gonna start first. So if I count 1, he's just gonna throw 1 kick and then land in front. Now with the other leg, if I say 2, he's gonna do 2 kicks now. So watch how he does it, 2. He's gonna pick his knee up. Okay, that same thing that Mr. Martin talked about, making sure that you have a solid sole. Okay, also things like shoulders back, hands are up, and you're keeping your eyes on one spot needs to happen on this drill in order to have balance. Okay, now on the other side, he's gonna do 3. So go 3, 1, 2, 3. Try to keep your balance, and you're gonna set down. When you guys set down, try not to fall over or fall forward on your kicks. When you're setting your leg down, try to set it straight down with control into your next stance. Okay, other side, ready, go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is gonna be the last one. We're gonna do 5 now. Okay, try to do all 5 kicks without falling over, without hopping. Okay, let's see if you guys can do it with Mr. Sandoval. Ready, go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna switch up the kicks now. So he's gonna stay on this end. Okay, now what he's gonna do is he's gonna move on to that round kick that we talked about a little bit ago. Okay, when you guys are doing your round kick now, all the parts need to happen. You need to make sure you turn, just pick up your foot, you pivot, and you also need to make sure your body's in a straight line, hands are up, and you're looking at your target. So you guys are gonna do out of round kick now. So starting with his left leg kicking, he's gonna pick up, turn, go 1. Okay, make sure you guys start off with great balance, so don't just throw a kick and set your leg down. Start off with picking up your leg, holding, finding your balance first, then doing your kick, okay? All right, other side, 2. Same thing, find your balance first, then he sets down. Now other leg, ready, go 3. Find your balance first, 3 kicks. 4, find your balance first, body position, hands up, looking at your target. And then last one. Okay, let's see if you guys can do all 5 without hopping or falling over. Let's see if Mr. Sandoval can do it. Ready, go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Okay, now this is gonna be the last one. This is gonna be the hardest one. Okay, but I know you guys can do it if you guys really have those details we talked about earlier, okay? So he's gonna put his right leg behind him. Okay, we're gonna do out of front kick and round kick now. So if I say 1, he's gonna do front kick and he's gotta hold his leg up, turn and do round kick. So Mr. Sandoval, can you help me demonstrate? So he's gonna pick up his knee, he's gonna go front kick, now he's gonna hold. He's gonna re-chamber like front kick. Okay, and you need to make sure that chamber like a front kick, we're thinking about all those parts that we thought about before with our solid sole, body position, hand position, and eye contact. Okay, now he needs to turn his body, roll his hip over, okay, and then he has to have his pivot 2. Now he's gonna go round kick, then he's gonna set down. Okay, that was 1. Now he's gonna add. So he's gonna do 2 front kicks and 2 round kicks when he turns down. So he's gonna go 2, front kick, turn, round kick. Nice. And then he's gonna do the other leg. Now he's gonna do 3. See if you guys can stay with him. Ready, go 3. Nice. Okay, ready? Other side. This is gonna get harder, guys. See if you guys can stay with him, okay? Oh, keep them going in the same direction. Okay, left leg's kicking now. Go 4. 4 front kicks, 4 round kicks. Okay, last one, guys. Okay, see if you can do all 5 without hopping, without moving your eyes, and without leaning on these kicks, okay? All right, last one, 5. Nice, excellent, Mr. Chandler. Okay, and that's gonna be the last part of our kicking part, okay?
Hey everybody, what we're gonna do for our next part of our workout is we're gonna play a game, all right? It's gonna be a game between myself and my younger brother, Mr. Isaac Martin. If you guys know myself and Mr. Isaac Martin, you know that we like to compete on everything. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. We're basically gonna play a game of horse with push-ups. The only rule is you have to do the same push-up 2 times in a row. It can't be a one-time push-up type deal. So we're going to do a variation of push-ups starting out easier and then making it a little bit harder as we go. So, Mr. Martin, why don't you go ahead and start off?
Okay, just 2?
Just 2 of whatever, like a nice easy push-up. Alright, so just regular push-ups. Now, for me doing the game, alright, and you guys at home, you guys are just gonna do each one of the push-ups with us. For me doing the game, I'm gonna have to do those 2 regular push-ups, then I'm gonna have to add 2 slightly harder variations of push-ups, okay? So, first we do the 2 regular push-ups. Now I'm gonna add 2 slightly harder push-ups. So I'm gonna go with, I have my hands a little bit wider, then I'm gonna go push-up. Okay, now Mr. Martin has to do the 2 wider push-ups and add a little bit harder of a variation. So he's gonna go fingertip push-ups. I got a good one for this. Now, so I'm gonna do 2 finger push-ups. Now I'm gonna add a slight variation on that. I'm gonna go knuckles, finger push-up, knuckles. Okay? So here, knuckles, fingers, knuckles.
All right, let's see.
pretty good. Okay. I mean, really easy, obviously, but good. Did I do that right?
Your turn. Yes.
Okay, all right. Now, we're gonna go diamonds.
All right, let's see.
This one I would just skip at home. Especially if you're on a hard ground. Ow.
Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to simpler push-ups.
Two claps.
Diamond claps.
It's not that hard.
A little harder than you thought, huh? All right.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay. Now,
Oh, here we go. All right. Let's see. I'm out of ideas.
if you're out of ideas, you forfeit.
I forfeit.
Oh man, alright. So see if you guys can give us a harder push-up at home. We'd love to see your guys' videos back to us. Just post it on our pages.
All right, next we're gonna get stretched out, so try to stay with us while we're doing these stretches, okay? If these do start to get hard, do what you can do while we're stretching, okay? All right, so first thing we're gonna go back to our line, to the center of the line part of the shamble. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna step your right leg forward. Okay, you're gonna make sure both legs are straight. All you're gonna do here is you're gonna lean forward. You're gonna grab onto the back of your ankle and try to get your nose to your knee. So he's gonna lean forward, back of his ankle, nose to his knee, and he's gonna hold. You guys are gonna hold this for 15 seconds on this side, then we're gonna switch 15 seconds on the other side. This is just a little, kind of like a warm-up stretch before we get to our intense stretching, okay? So he's gonna hold. Okay, he's gonna switch his feet, do the same thing on the other side. Grab the back of his ankle, and then pull his body towards his leg, trying to get his nose on his knee. Good, for the next one, you guys are gonna switch feet again. Okay, you're gonna put your right leg in front. Now you're going to bend your knee and drop down to one knee. Okay, then you're gonna take your hands, put it on your hips. Then you're gonna push your back hip to the mat as much as you can, keeping your body straight as you do this. Your goal here is to drop your back hip to the floor when you're doing this lunge, okay? And keeping your front foot posted in front of you really strong, not letting it slide out as you're doing this stretch. So he's gonna hold, pushing his back hip. You guys are gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Try to get as far as you can while you're doing this. A lot of people like to lean and put their hand over on the ground. Try not to do that. Try to keep really straight, just like Mr. Sandoval. So hands on your hips and you're pushing down, keeping your body straight. Good, you guys got 15 more seconds. Hold it. Make sure you guys are also breathing while you're stretching. Okay, you're not holding your breath, because if you hold your breath, your muscles get really tight and really tense. So try to breathe and relax everything. Okay, now he's gonna switch his feet, other legs in front. Okay, same thing on this side, pushing his back hip to the mat. Okay, keeping his front foot posted really strong, not letting it slide out. Okay, his back is straight. and breathe. Okay, and relax. Okay, for the next one, you guys are going to go into something called a runner stretch. He's going to start on the line. For this one, you're actually going to use your line, okay? Easiest way to do this is to squat down like this. Okay, put your hands in the center and on the floor in front of you. Then we're going to pop our left leg up first. So he's going to put his left leg up to the side, okay, staying on his line. Then he's going to reach for his toes with one hand. Okay, and then your goal here is to try to get your nose on your knee, kind of like the first one that we did. Okay, if you would like an extra challenge, take your hand away from the ground and reach it towards your toes too, or reach it on your leg, or reach it, just try to balance when you're doing this stretch, okay? So he's gonna hold this one 30 seconds. Good, again, make sure you guys are breathing, don't tense up, don't hold your breath. Try to keep that balance. Good, 15 more seconds on this side. While you're stretching, try to get down even lower as time goes on. Good, 5 more seconds. Now an extra challenge for you guys at home. Try to switch to the other side without setting your hands down. So he's gonna bend the other leg and straighten his right leg. Nice. Okay, then reach for your foot. Try to get your nose on your knee. Good, hold, balance. Good, 15 seconds left on this side. Try to go even lower. Five seconds. And relax. Okay, now we're going to start to get into our middle and side splits. So he's going to use his line. Okay, we did this in the first video last week as well. You guys are going to slowly start to put your feet apart, and you're going to go down in the middle splits. When you do this, your goal is to keep your whole foot planted on the ground until you get far enough to where your toes start to lift off the ground. Once you're at that point, you want to lift your toes off the ground, and then you want to use your heels to slide out as far as you can. So he's slowly going to start to go down, keep his hands in the center. Okay, try to see if you can go down as far as Mr. Sandoval. That's going to be really tough, but let's see if you guys can do it. So he's going to hold. We are going to hold this one for 45 seconds. So while you're doing this, keep your hands centered. Okay, try not to lean forward or backwards too much, staying right over your stretch. Make sure you guys are also breathing. Okay, now it shouldn't be a ton of pain when you guys are doing this stretch. You guys should feel a little stretch, then slowly start to increase that stretch when you're doing this. Okay, 25 seconds left. Okay, let's see if you can go even further. 15 seconds. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Good, 5 seconds, guys. Good, now from here, you're gonna rotate over to your left side. So he's gonna turn his back hip. Now for this one, we talked about this last class as well. Try to keep both legs on that straight line. So his heels on the front line over here, okay, and his knees on the back line over here. Okay, and your goal is to stay right over your stretch with your shoulders centered, and then your goal is to push out as far as you can with your front leg. Okay, he's gonna hold this one for 30 seconds on this side. Just like the last couple stretches we've done, don't forget to breathe. Good, rotate to the other side.
Sure.
Okay, this is gonna be our last one. Try to make it your best one, guys. Heels on the front line over here, knees on the back line over here. Everything's in a straight line. Okay, try to push out a little bit further. And relax. All right, and that is going to be the end of our stretching. All right, now this is going to be the form that the Camo through Blue Belts are doing, so this is going to be form 4. If you do not know the whole entire form yet, go to the resource section in the app, and you can actually see Master Horn doing all the moves and then all the lines in the form. What we're going to talk about now is representing your form in a good way, and we're also going to talk about the flow and the rhythm and how it should go. Okay, so first I want you guys to see how Mr. Sandoval gets bowed in. I want you guys to watch the intensity that he bows in at. First, he's going to start with a bad example. So if you guys are doing your form and you're kind of walking through it and you're here, you go, Chariot, Pinyin, to me, you're not really going to have a strong form, especially since you guys are planning on getting your next ranking going and testing. That should not be something that you guys are turning into a habit. Okay, you want to turn habits and like bowing in really, really strong. Okay, making sure your Jumbi is really strong, and then we're going to go through the form right away. Okay, so he's going to go Churi up, Chunye, Jumbi.
Ready, sir?
Okay, now I want you guys to watch the rhythm, and I want you guys to watch how fast he does the form. He's not going to go crazy fast, but he is going to have a good pace going through every line. So hands back, let's start line by line, okay? So line 1, go. Okay, now if you guys are really paying attention, some parts of the form, he's going a lot faster. Some parts of the form, he's taking his time on his techniques. Okay, line 2, go. Good, line 3, go. Line 4, go. Good, Churi. Churi up. Churi in. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to count him through line 1 through 4, and then I want you guys to pay attention to the rhythm of the count. So I want you guys to try to follow along with Mr. Sandoval the best you can, okay? All right, so Churi up. Churi in. Churi. There. Okay, step forward, go 1. Step up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reach, look, turn, 1. Pick up, 2, 3. Step up, 4, 5. Turn, 6, 7. Chamber, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step together, X, 1, 2, 3, 4. Churi, Churi up, Churi in. So see if you guys at home can keep up with that pace. Remember, our goal right now is rhythm and flow of the form, okay? And that is going to end our form section for Form 4.